Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Wednesday night, so it is time to tap off season 4 of Cobra Kai. And the man, of course, slithering into it is the one, the only Snafu Z. What's good tonight, brother? Oh, man, did you finally see the Snafu Z?
Oh,
I hit that mute. Oh, man. Did you finally see the Cobra Kai handshake?
yes, I saw. It was dope.
Oh man, so good. Like that's so funny because it was in the background and you had to be paying attention to like that and not what was going on in the scene. It's so great.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of great, man, this is Cobra Kai season 4, the finale, and this one's the rise. And right out of the gate, they're playing head games with us, making us think it was Miguel in the hospital. But nay, it's the legend himself. And I knew they'd have to bring him back. Did you think that was Miguel too in the opening scene in the hospital?
Of course. You're like, dang. Nope, not him.
It's like, oh, they're bringing it back and ruthless. Like, we're in the emergency room? No way. And then we get some good news. Looks like Miguel's actually just pulled a muscle, and if he can fight through the pain, he can still fight. I was like, oh, they're going to bring in that. But nope, we got nobody here to do it.
And we got some icy hot, though.
Yeah, exactly. Got a little Ben Gay to put on there. And Miguel let us know right away where he was at. Like, instantly, he's like, don't worry, Mom. If something feels off, I won't fight. And we know how that turned out.
Right.
Like,
you thought that was like a go, like, I'm not gonna fight. Like, he was thinking about his like other stuff because he fell off the whole time. So if that's what you're gathering from it, he's been on Johnny the whole time. Like, is this really about me?
Exactly. Nothing good coming out of it. And how is Johnny so blinded like that? Like usually he's all about the kids first, especially Miguel, but he was just on a one-track mind of just wanting to win. What was that all about?
I think it was about getting rid of getting rid of Cobra Kai. 2, about showing that his thing is better for Miguel. It really is for Miguel, but it's like 2 steps beyond what Miguel thinks, right? So he admits that later. I didn't want to lose him. I saw you were getting close to him. And so it is about Miguel, but then it isn't, and then it is again. Like, that's what I gathered from it. So, and he's got too much. He's thinking about it too hard.
And exactly. And he also, like, he did want Miguel to be a champion because he knows how it felt not to win. Like, he's been in that position. He's been a champion and he knows how it feels not to win the next year. And he doesn't want that for Miguel. He just wants Miguel he says, you have the heart of a champion. You are a champion. Let's be a champion.
Right.
And I was loving all Dimitri's Star Wars references. Like, I couldn't beat him before he was on the dark side. Now that he's gone all Sith, I feel like a youngling getting ready to be slaughtered. I was just like, it was so sweet.
That was funny.
Oh, that was amazing. And I must admit that Dimitri has come a long way. Like, he looked pretty decent out there fighting Robbie.
Right. And that's what Daniel said in the end. Like, you did good yourself. He even hit him with a, come on.
I know. I saw it too. He brought the little fingers. I was like, no, you did not just antagonize Robbie like that. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you're not there yet. Come on, kid. And then for a second time, little Anthony tries to approach Kenny to apologize. And this time turns out even worse than last time. Like, Kenny starts throwing them hands and does not stop until Robbie pulls them off.
Right. I feel, here's the weird part. I realize that the average person feels like they dislike Kenny probably more this time around because he's already got him once. For me, as like a straight competitor, don't come talk to me after I lose. Like, at that point, it's not even about you. Like, yeah, it is about you, but I just lost. Like,
you're feeling some kind of way.
Right. Like, if my favorite team's Florida State, I will unfriend you if you message me the same day that Florida State loses and you're like, how about Florida State? I'll block you. I don't care.
He says that, dude, trust me, like when I play poker tournaments and you do not want to be around me for the next half hour after I bust out of a tournament. I am one of the most miserable cusses on the world for about a half an hour. Then I can finally snap out of it and come back. But do not be around me or you try to talk to me for a half an hour after I bust out of a tournament, dude. I'm evil. I know it. Just stay away.
Me too. It's don't talk to me the first 30 minutes I wake up. Don't talk to me freaking if I lose. Don't talk to me for like the next day. Like, and so I realized that I'm the weird one in this situation. I'm like, I'm more sympathetic to Kenny this time around than I was the last time.
Absolutely. I feel it. Oh, and with the threat that Kenny gave saying like next year he's going to be the bully and Anthony better know what's coming, like you think little Anthony's going to start taking Miyagi-Do a lot more seriously, like especially after that ass whooping?
Right. So I think this is what's being set up, right? With the ending we got, Johnny's going to go off and fight drug dealers, so it's going to turn into like like an 80s that it's switching into he's becoming his 80s heroes, right? Like he's beating up these gangs and stuff. And then Daniel is actually going to like use the fireball to teach his son that so they can fight Cobra Kai, because Kenny is what's his name's little disciple,
Robbie's,
so
yeah.
no, he is what's the other Silver's
Terry Silver. I got
he's his little prodigy.
Yep, I got
so like he's the one that's more like, hey, don't dive headfirst into something, be sneaky. And Kenny's kind of like that. He's kind of gotten over on like LaRusso's son twice by kind of catching him off guard.
Yep, being smarter and planning it out. You got to have a plan. Oh, and I got to give another shout out to Daryl on the mic. Like he was keeping the crowd hyped. He was so good on there, dude. He had me cracking up.
Dude, it was awesome.
Oh, and they're still trying to make Kreese out to be not so evil. Like even trying to like explain what he did to Johnny and why he had him sweep the leg. It wasn't for him. It was for Johnny's own mental well-being. I'm like, yeah, and I'm sure that was Johnny's well-being when you went out and were choking him out in the parking lot too. I was like, get the hell out of here. Like, what are they trying to do with Kreese?
Right. I don't know. Maybe don't talk to him after he loses.
Oh, I was like, they're not trying to make Kreese out to be not so. I was doing it for you, John. I was doing it for you. Get the hell out of here. That was ridiculous. Like, who went mental afterwards? You did. And was Johnny right to push Miguel so hard, like with the pep talks, which we know he's no good at? But like, was he being a good sensei or just kind of a selfish adult just wanting to win?
No, I think it's like I said, like he did want to win. That is true. But he didn't want to win for himself. He wanted to win to show Miguel, like, hey, my way is the right way. So now you want to stay with me. Right. Because like I said before, that whole speech was actually to Miguel. He just fell asleep at the end and said Robbie.
Right. Exactly. I'm kind of with you on that one. It was so sweet that they put that countdown clock up there for Miguel to return to the mat, like a little dramatic. He's like, yeah, it's the All Valley tournament. I was like, you tell her, penis breath.
Dude, I thought she was going to say something afterward. Didn't you? Like, I thought she was going to back talk penis breath.
Oh, like, after he
shut up, penis
no
breath.
way, dude. That was his shining moment. That was all about him, dude, letting her know, like, yeah, it's the All Valley. Don't you know anything? Better get with it. This is at the end all be all. This is everything. And didn't you think like Miguel would actually kind of make it, like run out at the last second and just get there for the drama? But no. Did you think he was going to make it out or not?
Yeah, I thought they were just setting it up like that, like, oh, to be dramatic and whatever. And then you're like, oh, he really didn't show up. I was like, what the hell?
That's actually kind of a cool little shock moment. Like, whoa, he actually didn't make it. That was wild. Oh, that was nuts. And one bonus of Miguel not fighting though is that he's yet to be beaten. So I guess he can technically still claim he's undefeated.
A forfeit's still a loss.
Yeah, but he didn't get beat. Like he gave it up. He forfeited, but he didn't get beat.
Like if my body can perform karate better than your body, then I win. Your body could not handle the stresses that you were putting on it, so you lose. I mean, we could all just be out in the NFL throwing up Hail Marys the whole time. Just because I could throw it farther doesn't mean I'm better, right? Like you got to play to your strength.
I guess, unless you really need that Hail Mary and need the deep ball. What's up, Iron Throne? I see you out there.
Yeah, but it's me out there, so we're handing it off like Derrick Henry.
You think Miguel was selfish saying he felt like he wasn't fighting for himself anymore? Like, you're not just fighting for yourself. You're fighting for so your sensei can keep teaching. You're fighting for little Nate and little Bert and penis breath. Like, I don't know. Was he being a little selfish about that?
Maybe, but he's a kid. Like, he's down on himself. Like, think about just what happened. His dad, his father figure was just like, said someone else's name after giving this like speech. It's like you get this big build up and then the rug pulled out from underneath you.
When he was already feeling some kind of way.
Right.
Yeah, that's ruthless. Oh, man, poor little Miguel. And then Sam said she felt pressure too, like all the time from her dad. And Miguel was quick to counter with, yeah, but Johnny's not my dad.
Yeah.
So he's really feeling some kind of way. And did Johnny like fail Miguel, or is Miguel just taking way too much away from one drunken stupor night?
Both, but you're like a kid. Like I don't know. Like I said last time, that's a big deal. That would be a big deal to me. So I would feel some kind of way about it. I would probably do the same exact thing Miguel did. Maybe not quick because I like winning too much.
Like, I'm going out there and giving it my all, damn.
I win and then leave.
Well, Miguel already knew what he was going to do. When he said, Sam, I'll see you out there. And Sam's like, I'll see you out there rooting for me, right? And he didn't say yes. He just said, Sam, I'll always be rooting for you. So he knew already he was out. Like,
right.
He had a plan. And when they first said, when they said first the boys fight, I knew right then and there Cobra Kai was going to win it all. Like, have Hawk beat Robbie, but they needed to win both of them, and then we'd have something happen in the girls' fight, and Sam would lose. Like, was there any doubt in your mind once they had the boys fight first?
No. If they would have had I don't know. They just had to build suspense because we knew Hawk was going to win, right? Going in, that's what I said last week. I was like, he's going to win, so he wins, cool, right? Like, we know that. So then it comes down to the thing. But like I said, I think I said it earlier in the season that they're kind of building up Tori to be like, hey, maybe she'll win. Like, she's getting a redemption. She's doing the right thing. Now it's Sam being the instigator, and Tori's just kind of leaving it be. Like, she's pissed off, but she doesn't care. And that was kind of that whole dance thing. They're just like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Like, just live your own life. And so
that's working out a lot better for her.
But then, like, why I didn't think necessarily Cobra Kai was going to win was because the tornado kick thing.
Well, that's how I knew. Like, when she broke that out just instantly, like there was nothing. There's no way. Yeah, exactly. There's like
Once that happened, I was like, okay, she's going to lose.
That's the
got it. Right.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she deployed the tornado kick right out of the gate, it was like it wasn't even really a big deal. Like, what was that? That was a tornado kick, and that was it? That's over? Like, okay, she's losing for sure, 100%. And Hawk and Robbie's fight was tight. Like, those two are pretty great athletes. They made it look good.
Dude, I said this as it was going. I'm like, dude, his shirt's or his gi's coming off. Like, he's way too freaking shredded. I'm like, dude, they're going to be showing that. And Hawk he's in good shape. Like, for a young guy, like he's in pretty good shape, but not standing next to Robbie. Holy shit.
Well, they both got some washboard abs.
Dude, I would pay thousands to look like Robbie.
He said he had it all. Oh, he was definitely dialing it in. Robbie has been in the gym all off season, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, they both have the washboard abs, and they want to get that on for all the little girls watching out there. Got to make them happy, and some of the little boys.
Dude, I was like, dude, I would kill for his physique, honestly. Like, God dang. But he can't walk around like that, just so everybody knows. Like, he looks like that right now, but they both have like great abs because they have a really low body fat. Like, that's why. Robbie just has more muscle mass, probably the same amount of body fat as percentage-wise as Hawk, but he's just got so much more muscle. It looks way better.
Right, exactly. And again, Daryl just killing it on the mic, dude. He kept the crowd so high. Like, every time he came in, I think I started to smile towards the end. He's like, all right. Dude, he was killing me. Oh, Daryl, just for such a small back character, he was crushing it. And Robbie was getting pretty cocky out there with Sensei Silver. Does he think he could take him at this point?
Yeah, Robbie's cocky. Like, whatever. He's just kind of like, screw you. I think he's just kind of tired of adults like screwing around with kids. I think that's what I got by the end. It was like he's just tired of that, like the puppet string things. I don't know.
Oh, nice. What's up, Peter Griffin? I see you out there. He says the director said the shirtless fight was a little tip of the hat to Bloodsport. Ah, nice. I like that. That's pretty cool. I like that, putting that in. I wouldn't have got that on my own, but that's cool knowing.
Right?
Oh, well, it didn't happen verbatim, but like I said, we knew that gi was coming off, and we were talking, dude, we knew we were going to get that hawk tattoo in this fight one way or another, and I was grinning ear to ear when we got that hawk screech.
Right?
So
Hawk's been my favorite character. He was kind of, going downhill a little bit, but I like the return and the fact that he was the one that showed Daniel, like, dude, there's 2 ways to do things, and well, there's 3 ways: that way, this way, and then in the middle.
Absolutely, in the middle where it's at. Robbie's a Lawrence when it comes down to it. So good. And by the end of this show, he certainly was. It was awesome. And speaking of, do you think Robbie could have finished Hawk if he wouldn't have looked up at the quiver right then like that?
Right. I think so. That's what they were getting at.
What it looked like. I was like, oh man. But it wasn't meant to be. And for a second year in a row, Robbie comes in second. Like, oh, poor kid. And then Tori runs after him to see if he was okay. I'm like, they are really trying to make me like her again. Like, they're just trying to compare all the way around 360. Like, come on, 180 degrees again. Oh, Tori. Well, how are you feeling about the Tori character at this point?
Yeah, like I said, you gotta leave room for redemption for everybody. Like, they have to be able to redeem themselves. Like, yeah, you can be like, that was a shitty thing to do, but like, if you make efforts to improve it, that's what I like about like the whole Amanda situation, where it was like, yeah, like she's doing what she's supposed to be on the right track. She didn't have to do that. Terry Silver's there. She could have just milked money off of him and never went back to school, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm saying. Like,
Could be, but just the way she terrorized Sam and went in and made people do evil stuff and talked to the boys into doing bad. I don't know. She was just so horrible. It's just hard. Like, oh, I hold on to a grudge. It's bitter.
me too. That's why I don't like Robbie really, even though like he has some redemption at the end. Like, I don't like you.
But was it right for Amanda to go down there and talk to Tori right before a big match? Like, she had to know either way that was going to mess with her head.
Right, but it was just saying like, hey, you do your own thing. She did it in the best way possible. I'm going to kind of ask you to lose. Nah, I'm not going to ask you to do that. Just please don't hurt her. That's it. She's like, and then she's like kind of admits, I'm not asking you not to hurt her. I'm asking you not to hurt her intentionally. That was it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. Either way, she had to know that was going to mess with her. Like, I don't know. The back end of it, like, yeah, I'm doing this in the nicest way possible, but I know it's messing with your mind right now. Like, this has to be uncomfortable and weird. And, you're trying to keep your mind in the game at that point, not talk to, like, your biggest enemy's mom.
Yeah, but your biggest enemy's mom is she's protecting her daughter. That's what she's asking for. Mm-hmm. I just want repayment. Please don't hurt my daughter. Like, out there. I realize that it could get nasty. Please just don't let it get there. That's all she's asking. If you have your kid's best interest at heart, then that's what you would do.
Oh, what's up, Jake Cruz? You saying they need to start over, or tell him he's like, restart it all, just got here? Oh, man. When Amanda told Tori she could pay her back now, like, did you think she was actually going to ask her to go easy on her?
No, I didn't. Like, really? I think they were setting it up. I knew that she wasn't going to ask it now. I was like, that would be shitty. So that's not what she's saying. Sure enough, I was like, all right, cool.
Nailed that one. And lo and behold, 4 seasons later, Daniel finally figures it out. He finally sees the merit in some of what Johnny teaches. I was like, oh my God.
Right. But they both both have that, because the freaking funny thing with Sam, when he's like, your dad's right. Sometimes. Like that, yeah, it was that long pause, and then he said, "Sometime."
So good. Oh man, he said Hangouts no longer exist, and I have to figure out a better. Oh man, doesn't Hangouts is going right into Google Chat? I think it's the same exact thing, but I'm the same way. I still use Hangouts for everything. Like it keeps telling me to change, and yeah, I'm still Hangouts with everything.
Me too. What's the difference? Why change it?
Yeah, they're just to change it. It's like I guess just so they can have jobs and keep changing, switching shit up. But man. But as usual, Johnny instantly apologizes for his part in it. And it seems like it's impossible for him to act first, but he's always like super quick to admit his part as long as somebody else makes the first move.
Right.
Like, it's so Johnny. And it's funny how Daniel could barely get the name Miyagi Fang out of his mouth without gagging.
Yeah, but that was great. I was like, Miyagi Fang. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that Johnny didn't say, how about Eagle Doe? Then like that was a little growth moment.
And you knew we were all thinking that. Like the second they said that, like Miyagi Fang, our minds instantly went, Eagle Doe?
Yeah.
Which one sounds better? Oh,
Miyagi Fang, here's what I went. As a Johnny character myself, here's what I did in my own head. What the fuck? That should be freaking Eagle Doe. And I was like, well, technically his people are the one going to the end. So I think he at least earned that. That's what I thought in my head. So I was like, that's what Johnny thought.
And in reality, the one with a standing physical dojo is Miyagi-Do. Like Eagle Fang's just in old crusty warehouses with like rusty copper everywhere.
Yeah, but to be fair, like it wasn't like it was just Miyagi's place. He wasn't training anybody there, right? Initially. So sure you have a dojo, but doesn't that make like Miyagi's teaching was at one point just a scroll that his dad learned from China or something. But so that doesn't negate the thing just because you have a piece of property. It doesn't validate your putting you first. I'm telling you, you got to go with mine as a Johnny character. That would be my argument. I'm just saying. You got to say your people made it to the final. Mine did not. So your name gets to go first.
Absolutely. And how funny was it how quick Sam was to turn around when Daryl didn't name Johnny a 2-time champion as well as her dad? Like, how did she even know?
She knows it all. She's a chaotic good character. So she's like, that's not fair in the way I see the world. and her dad comes through, right? Like
I said, it seems like, and it took 4 seasons, but Daniels finally seems to have learned a little bit. Like he's finally got his growth. And wasn't it sweet for Sam to give Danny Boy that just big old hug right before the match? Like, oh,
right.
All in the feels. Like I said earlier, once I saw she used her special move right out of the gate, I knew she was going to lose. Like there was just never a doubt.
Right. I thought she was going to win until she did that. And I was like, oh, never mind. That was it. That's what we've been waiting. I was like, dang, she kicked her in the face. Oh, that was it?
That was the big move. Yeah, I was like, come on. Oh, he said, does the notification bell not work all the time? Oh, yeah, sometimes that thing can get a little quirky. Yep, I'm with you, Jake. We're going to talk about it because then, she kind of did win. Nope.
I don't think we can't say that. I'm not saying she wouldn't have, but we can't say that.
It's kind of there. But yeah, it made me smile every time they tied a match and they're like, 1-1. It's like, yeah. Oh, so great when the ref cheated Sam out of that point and the crowd's all booed, like getting into it. I cannot believe how hyped this crowd gets for the All Valley tournament.
Dude, everybody gets hyped for people beating each other up. We love that. Dude, have you ever heard of street beefs? Man, it's wild.
Oh my God. And when Sam scored her second point, like that was really her third point. So now that Tori saw what Terry did in the end, do you think she's going to realize that and try to give Sam the trophy at some point next season?
I think she is going to talk to her about it because for someone based on what she said, like, I can look at that trophy and know that like I was the best or whatever. I was the best at something. What a shitty moment for her, right? For it to be ruined. Now, she still could have won because that didn't happen on the last point, right? So it's kind of like if there's a bad call in the third quarter of a football game that costs the team points,
right.
The rest of the game happens based on that. You can't take that out because you don't know what would happen. Play calls would be different, styles would be different. The pressure is different because that score shouldn't have happened or should have happened. So since it happened on the second point rather than the third point, there is still the thought like maybe Tori still wins.
Does something different. Absolutely. The butterfly effect. Like it changes everything. So you'll never really know. Yeah. I like
Right.
that. I love that analogy.
So that's all my point. Like if they would have done it on the third point, I'm with you. Yeah, you can't come. She won. That's the end. Once she touches the end, but it's not. It's the second point.
I like that. Oh, who do you think whose fight was better, the girls or the boys?
The boys. Holy cow, that fight was like for 2 points. For 1 point. It was like a 5-minute long fight. It was well choreographed. It was great. They're flying all around. Like, it was awesome.
I was impressed. Like I said, those guys are great athletes because that was amazing. Dick Hughes says, "Don't think I won't blame the ref for the game." He says, "Quick to blame a ref." Oh, yeah, what's up? You think they're gonna go like Rocky 3 on it and basically get the rematch going on?
Right.
Like just go in their own dojo and have a rematch for real? Nobody, no crowd, nobody, just for their own knowledge.
Do you think Sam learns from this, from her dad and Johnny, and is just like, hey, I didn't win either because of this thing, right? Like, I didn't win either. So nobody won that. Let's just do one right here. Or we don't need to. It doesn't matter.
There you go. Exactly.
Because that she was against them two fighting, right? For the dojos.
Who was against those two?
Sam was against Johnny and Daniel fighting.
Daniel fighting.
She didn't want that because that was the final say so. Right. So she sees like they end in a draw. Is that better? Like, hey, neither one of us won. But that is, yeah.
Peter Griffin says even after Johnny yelled to deduction, he had no idea that the fix was in. Tori saw it all. Absolutely.
Yeah, but if it, like, there is a difference, right? There's a difference between, that's what I think he was explaining. There's a difference between incidental stuff and an intentional elbow to the eye, right? So that deduction is, she did do it on accident. Do we agree on that? It was an accident?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so then it shouldn't been a point deduction there because it was incidental.
Oh, rules are rules. I mean, if you hit somebody in the face like that, it's supposed to be a point deduction. And I mean, that's what it is, whether it's an accident or not. It happened. And now the other fighter is going to be at a disadvantage, not being able to see out of their eye. I mean, I don't know, accident or not.
Yeah, but he explained it, that it would be called incidental. Like, this guy's going to call it incidental. And he's going to give you another warning. So that explains to you that incidental stuff is not a point deduction.
Oh, that just explained to me that the fix was in when he started talking like that.
Yeah, well, when he says like he's not going to take a point, you can say the fix is in. But if he says the reason that a point's not going to get taken, then he knows the rules of the match, and he says incidental doesn't count as a point deduction.
He knows how to find those loopholes. Jay Cruz says either way, Tori's out of Cobra Kai. You think she's gone next season?
Oh yeah, she's not gonna. Now that she knows Terry cheated for her, like, she can't do that.
Really? Oh, we don't know the rules. Yeah, they kind of can do that.
We can infer the rules based on what he said.
He says, all right. You explained it better. Oh, Johnny says Tori should have gotten a point deduction for that illegal elbow face. And I don't know. You really don't think that, like, with that and with the point that she got before she ran out of bounds, that technically Sam won this fight?
No, like I said, we don't know how things would have went. Like, we don't know.
I mean, that's 2 different points right there that Tori would have had to make.
One, I'm telling you, the one's not a point deduction. Just because Johnny says it's a point deduction doesn't make it a point deduction.
Johnny knows. He's a 2-time All-State champion.
Silver knows the rules. Can we agree that he knows the rules of things?
Oh, yeah.
That's how he can manipulate it. Because if she had a black eye. So it doesn't matter if it's incidental or not. Everybody would have said, like, no, it doesn't matter if it's incidental. Look at her eye, a point's deducted, right? Like that would have to be the same. It's his judgment to where he could say, okay, that was incidental contact.
But his judgment was skewed by certain outside.
But the fact that he can back it up, like that he has ruling that says, okay, that's not just outright, this is cheating, doesn't count.
Feel it. When Terry told Tori to fight dirty and that this ref will never disqualify her, like we are just saying, like I knew right then and there he was paid off. Like I was already thinking it with the BS out of bounds calls that he kept doing it and kept making against it. It was always for Cobra Kai, but that's definitely when it solidified it for me.
Yeah, he was like, when he said this guy will never call it, I was like, why?
And then he kind of looked out at him all weird, like,
yeah. I was like, why wouldn't he? I'm an idiot, and just like, why wouldn't he do that?
Oh, Tori might convince Stingray to turn on Silver. I think she does. Oh, dude, Kreese is her father figure. Like that's her dad in all this. So absolutely, she's gonna do whatever she can for Kreese when she finds out this happened. So, yeah, that's cool. That's we're definitely getting into predictions at the end of it, but definitely gonna be breaking out some stuff. Peyton List is some movie on Netflix. I gotcha. But yeah, it was intense. And then when Kreese had the flashback of choking out Johnny, was he finally admitting to himself that he was a dickhead and in the wrong? Like he wasn't just doing it all for Johnny's mental stability?
Right.
Like his own little self-awakening moment right there.
But Silver knew it all along.
Exactly, and that's how I got him. After Tori wins and Terry gives his little speech, the entire quiver was chanting and celebrating, all but Robbie. It feels to me like he won't even be in Cobra Kai next year. Where do you think he's going to end up?
Going down to Mexico.
You think Robbie's going to go with Johnny and there's going to be just the two father and son battlers?
Yeah, and then like in the end, it's gonna. Oh man, we need one more. Maybe Hawk goes down there to find his friend too, and then we get a transition from Karate Kid into Three Ninjas. Like so, it's like we get the Three Ninjas fighting gangs. So it's Hawk and Robbie and Miguel all fighting gang members in Mexico, and it's Three Ninjas. They all got their masks on and stuff.
And then you'll have called it. They'll have jumped the shark, and it'll be game over. Right?
And I'll be like, yes. I'll be like, they did it in the best way possible.
Oh, dude, that will literally just no more. Oh, feel it. He says Robbie definitely won't be in Cobra Kai. Yeah, he's definitely done with Cobra Kai for sure, especially with Terry Silver. Like, we already see what he thinks of Terry Silver. Like, he wasn't right in the match. He was telling him to piss off. So, yeah, he's going to be gone. And, yeah, Tori probably will be too. So, I wonder if they're both going to end up with Johnny doing the Eagle Fang in the end. That'd be kind of crazy. You knew we weren't going to get out of this episode without at least one Johnnyism. When Carmen tells him Miguel's not here, he took an Uber. He's like, what's an Uber? Yes. You got to have one more out the door. Oh, Tori heads back in to grab her bag and overhears that Terry paid off the ref. And I don't know. What do you think she's going to do with that info?
Like I said, for her personally, she can't accept it. Like, there's certain people that would be okay winning by cheating. But for her, the reason she wants to win, it's not actually about winning. It's about her being the best. And she now doesn't think she's the best.
Yeah, it's going to bum. Yeah, that's definitely going to play psychological games with her. And we already know she's mentally unstable. I was thinking Johnny and Miguel will have a Karate Kid 2 arc. Miguel will have a kind of fight death match with Johnny. Really? You think so?
That'd be cool.
That would be nuts. I don't know. I don't know. We already hear that Miguel's dad's not a good man, so yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. But it's gonna go left real quick. Who do you think was walking in that door when Johnny was back at the Cobra Kai dojo and he heard somebody coming in?
Kreese.
Right. I kind of figured that too. Maybe Terry, but yeah, I didn't think it'd be them together. How do you feel about Robbie finally having his heart to heart with Johnny?
Worked with me. Like, I mean, he's growing up, man. He realized, like, hey, sometimes, like, yeah, I blame you, but it's freaking tough. Like, you can't do like all the influences in everything. You're not perfect. And that just kind of the way he kind of messed up Kenny was like, oh, well, people can make scene or, mess up things.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a heartfelt scene for sure. They're definitely going for all the feels in that one. Yeah, Jay Cruz says this is the first episode I liked Robbie.
I'm with you.
Oh, I've been up and down with Robbie. I don't know. I've actually kind of liked him throughout all this. I've been on his side for most of it. I thought it would be something to do with Johnny, like finding his real dad in this episode, but nope, should have known it. It was Robbie coming back and reconnecting with Johnny. It's like, I don't know why we went too far. I went too far with that. Like, I should just realize what's right in front of us.
Right.
But what's Carmen going to think? Like, seeing Johnny back hanging around the boy who paralyzed her son?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what? But she has to, like, be the adult in this situation. Like, yeah, he messed up my son, but he is your son. Like, what do you expect? Like, maybe you say, I don't want to date you and I don't want you around my son, but she can't honestly expect, like, hey, just because, he doesn't like you, I can't assume that you guys will never, like, reconnect or whatever. It's his son.
That is such a just tangled web right there. That's dirty. It's like, what's going to happen with that? That's incredible. But was definitely getting all up in the fields when Robbie said, I'm sick of blaming you, Dad. Like, oh, they went in for the long overdue hug. Like, yeah, they were definitely grabbing on all the fields in that one. Johnny says, we'll figure this out. But again, I just don't see how this is going to fly around the Diaz household. Like, I think that is going to be a major problem.
Yep, probably.
I really thought when Terry gave Kreese that glass of champagne that, like, it was poisoned, especially like when Kreese took a sip right away, but Terry put his down.
Dude, me too. That's exactly. I was like, why didn't he take it? Dude, don't drink it.
We've been watching too much Game of Thrones.
Right.
I was like, dude, I don't do it, especially when he did that. So they will be stepbrothers with a little brother Lawrence. Feel it? That'd be amazing. They end up getting married and they are stepbrothers. That'd be a whole new offshoot. Oh, he kicked him during a fight. He didn't intentionally cripple him. I mean, that's true. But oh boy had him and he was stopping. And when he stopped is when he got him. I mean,
right.
No mercy. I mean, yeah. It wasn't dirty, but it was kind of a little dirty. It's like Cobra Kai. Oh, man. We finally see the rest of Terry's true plan as he made Stingray say it was Kreese that beat him up, not Terry. And oh, my God. The cops arrest Kreese, and Terry says he'll be able to dig up an old friend or two while he figures out his legal problems. Who do you think Terry's going to team up with next year?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't know no names.
It's going to be Mike Barnes. Oh, the guy Karate Champ from Karate Kid 3. I still have to watch that, but yeah, it's going to probably be Mike Barnes. But just unbelievable. And Kreese said Terry will regret this. You think he's ever going to get his revenge?
Yeah, kind of like the idea that, that Tori's going to help him out.
Yeah, like father, like daughter. Absolutely. They're going to get it.
Also, hold on. There's security cameras in that facility. We saw that.
Oh, somebody gets that. Yeah, I love that. If somebody can get it. I mean, we know there's at least one camera in the office. Is there cameras out there in the actual dojo?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'd be a clean way to come back and get it, prove him right, and get his innocence. That'd be amazing. Terry said, don't worry, I'll take care of Johnny Lawrence too. What do you think he has in store for Johnny?
I don't know.
That's going to be kind of crazy. Like
a snake pit.
He said a snake pit. He's going to go just ruthless back in the old school. Oh, Jay Cruz says Barnes for sure. Can't think of another. It's like, I'm sure he's going to come back with somebody. Detective Tori would know that there is a camera. Like, she is going to be the one to bring it up. That would definitely make sense. Oh, maybe Spider or the guy. Spider or the guy. I don't know that one. I don't remember that one. Yeah, I definitely got to rewatch that 3. I've forgotten a lot more than I remember about that one. But Johnny makes it back to Carmen's house to find Miguel has hit the road in search of his real father. And when he was reading that note, like, I was like, man, that would really be a lot. That would really be a lot for a kid to go through. Like, when he starts breaking down everything he was feeling in that, I was like, I'm glad that they put that in there, because you're like, oh yeah, this is hard, but when you hear it just on and on and on, you're like, oh my god, dude, for a teenager, that would be everything. Like, that would be massive. I mean, that'd be too much for any kid to handle, I think.
I said it before. I said it like a week or two ago. Like, I could not deal with that, so I get it.
There's way too much for any kid to put on his shoulders. And Carmen said she's never told Miguel about her or told Miguel's dad about him. How was Miguel able to look him up if she didn't? He didn't even know he had a kid.
Well, just because he didn't know. I mean, she still told Miguel who he is, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You think so? You think she's actually talked to him and told Miguel about her dad or things about his dad?
Yeah, she's probably told him, but he didn't know, like the dad didn't know.
Really? Said Spider-Man or the Barnes lackeys. Yeah, I gotta go rewatch that. Oh, right. And then right when we think Daniel's learned something, then he shows us he's the same old hothead. And like, as I was watching, I was saying it out loud, like, leave it to Daniel to not honor an agreement when he loses. Like, are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Dude, like, that's the most bullshit thing. When it came through, he's like, you can't honor an argument. You can't honor a deal with like these people. What?
Exactly. Like, who's the one with no honor? Like, you're the one doing it. You're the one welshing on it. Like, who has no honor here?
That's that whole thing. Like, oh, well, they would have done it if they would have lost, which I think I did say when that happened. I'm like, why would they ever, like, it's just a gentleman's bet. Why would you go along with it? Did we talk about that? If not, it was after stream. But
like, unbelievable. It's like, dude, Danny, you got to be right when I thought you took 2 steps forward. You took a step forward, you're taking 2 steps back. I mean, come on. It's like you made a deal, and here you are, Welsh 9, just instantly. Like, who's the man with no honor? You are. You're ridiculous.
Right.
And they filmed it like he's talking to Mr. Miyagi's tombstone, but we quickly realized that there was someone else there that he was asking. Like, who'd you think he was talking to?
I had Johnny a little bit, but it was like in the moment, I didn't know. Exactly. I thought it was gonna be like Johnny saying, "Well, I can't. Like, I got bigger fish to fry," or some shit.
Cobra Kai wouldn't have honored it either way. Like, and they did cheat. Of course, they did cheat, and they probably wouldn't have honored it. But that doesn't matter. We're talking about Daniel. Like, are you gonna be as bad as them and turn into them, or are you gonna be the honorable one and step up and do the right thing, be a man of your word? He's obviously not doing that. But what about the other side? Do you think Johnny's gonna stop teaching? Like, what if Tori and Robbie come in and want to start being taught? You think he'll teach them?
He's gonna be in Mexico, fighting like drug cartels.
You think he makes it back from that?
Yes.
So if he makes it back and gets back into the valley, do you think he's never going to teach karate again, or do you think he does?
No, I like the idea of stepbrothers with the baby Lawrence, and then he's like, I got these kids can take over.
Hawk brought the trophy back home to Miyagi-Do. Technically, Eagle Fang is no more.
No,
they're both gone.
Yeah, it was the winner of the All Valley, which was Cobra Kai.
Daniel's never been that honorable, that's for sure. Unbelievable. Oh, but of course, it was none other than Chosen. Kind of spoke on that last week that he might be making an appearance when we were trying to guess who might come in and make an appearance. That was definitely a name I popped out. So Chosen ends up making it back in and looks like he's going to be in season 5. That's going to be amazing. Like,
I want to see a fireball. Like that dang screw. Somebody better throw a fireball.
Oh, the All Valley did change the rules, which could technically change the bet. They never really talked about a different bet, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's another loophole I guess you could maybe say, but So what happens? Like Daniel next season? I mean, what's going to happen next season with Daniel? Does he keep Miyagi-Do open and just keep teaching and just with Chosen there now?
Yeah, now it's about his son and It's just gonna be the same old thing. Like his son against Kenny. Kenny, like, you know, we know Kenny's kind of story coming in, and then it's the girls, the one girl that they both like. She's gonna be like, oh, you know, who am I gonna go with? Whatever, and it's just gonna be this whole thing. Like, and then Tori's gonna come in and be like, hey, you shouldn't, you know, don't fall for like all me or Cobra Kai stuff. Like they're corrupting you and blah blah blah, and then it's gonna be the same thing, but they'll do it creatively, and I'll watch it.
So if the cycle continues, does Amanda just get fed up and say, I can't deal with this again, and then end up leaving Daniel?
What? No, I doubt it, but that would be amazing.
It seems like she's done with it. Like she's been fed up with this, and she's done with the girls. And like if she just picks up the same cycle again, like first it was Danny and Johnny, then it was her daughter and Tori, and now all of a sudden her son's got to fight with Kenny. Like I think she's just gonna tap out and be like, I've had enough. I can't deal with this anymore.
Yeah, but she still has a son that's getting beat up by a Cobra Kai guy. Like what do you do? You're just gonna move away, I guess.
I could see Kreese handing the rights of Cobra Kai to Johnny, but Silver has so many lawyers it would be tough for it. I like Andy was saying last time, like how does Kreese even have Cobra Kai? It was Johnny that came in and brought it back, and what, he just leaves and Kreese just gets to keep the name and everything? Like that's not how life works. Like I think the storyline won't be as tied together. Really? You think they're going to loosen it up a little bit? I don't know. The writing on this is so on point. Like I can't see him getting too wild.
They're gonna do two different storylines, I think. Like, and then how do they bring it back together? Like how do they come? Like they got the storylines got to join at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to bring it back. Peter Griffin doesn't think that Amanda's ever leaving Daniel. Like that's his only redemption. It's like, oh, we can't lose Amanda. We need as much screen time as possible.
Here's the thing, though. Like, she has no excuse because they got this car dealership built on karate. Like you can't bail now. Oh, you were all into karate when it was getting you that money, but now that's getting your kids beat up. You want to complain about it.
Oh man, absolutely. Yeah, it's a little bit rough. She's like, you gotta take the good with the bad with the good. Do you see Robbie going with Johnny to Mexico? Yeah, you were already saying that. Absolutely.
3 ninjas, man.
I'll be down there to save him. Oh, Johnny's gonna have to put his life on the line and prove to Miguel that he really is a son to him and he's willing to die for him. And oh, I can see the drama getting deep. Getting deep. Gonna be awesome.
Like, do you think it's like Miguel gets used by the drug dealer doesn't really care about him, but Johnny comes in, he's like, I really care about you, and then Miguel's like, but you brought Robbie here, and he's like, well, Robbie helped me get here, blah blah blah, and then he's like, I don't care, I love my dad, and then the dad's like, yeah, drug dealer man, use my son as a mule, or I don't know.
Or yeah, like they're gonna go down there and Miguel will meet him and his dad will put him to work in the cartel and Miguel will start being bad. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be like my dad, you know, whatever. And then Johnny will get there and try to bring him back, like this isn't for you, and come back. And then the Miguel's dad is gonna be like, oh, that's the one who paralyzed you, and he's gonna end up doing something to Robbie to like maybe paralyze him and have him all messed up. Oh, that'd be crazy.
That's way more creative than mine, but
oh, maybe he's a Mexican pit fighter when he gets there. Oh, we don't know his cartel. We just know he's a bad man. Absolutely. So we'll have to see which way.
Yeah, what if he's a politician?
He's a bad man. He's just a political bad man. That'd be hilarious. Oh, that'd be amazing. I love that. So, where is Tori gonna end up? You think she's just gonna go with Kreese, and then Kreese is gonna open up a 4th dojo?
She's got to try to get him out. That's going to be her story. Like, she's going to want a rematch with Sam, but she's got to get, like, Kreese out. I like that idea. Whoever said that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, man, just got a couple of trivia questions. See if anybody remembers anything about this show. If you know these answers, write them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comments down below. What is Tori's last name?
A name.
Ah.
I don't even know how to spell Tori.
Tori with a Y. He said Tori's about to go double agent, pretend to be with Silver, and then get crease free somehow. I like that. Tori's mom will die soon. Oh, that'll be all up in the fields, and then she'll have to go to crease. Like that'll be her only parental figure. That'll be rough. Oh man, look at that. He said spell. Oh, what nickname did Daryl give Sam when announcing her?
Nope. It's a
Oh,
name.
So good. It was so good. Oh man, what nickname did Daryl give Sam when he was announcing her? Eli and Robbie's match came down to sudden death overtime. When was the last time that happened in the All Valley tournament?
1985.
Oh, there he is. Knocked that one out. Sick. That was a sweet one. What special bottle did Terry pop to celebrate with the win with Kreese?
This is for your like alcohol heads. I don't know. It's champagne to me.
He said it's all champagne to me. Oh, anybody remember what special bottle did Terry break out to celebrate with Kreese? And last but not least, where was the bus that Miguel got on heading?
To New Mexico. I mean, Mexico City. Sorry, not New Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico City. Exactly. Nicely done.
Okay, I got one for you. I had to write it on my hand, though.
Incorrect, Jake. Go for it.
What was the girl's name that Sam had to beat before getting to Tori?
Oh, wow. They said her name?
Nope.
What was the girl's name?
It was in the episode like the whole time, though.
The chicken, the blue ghee?
Yeah.
Oh, Amber, Angela? What the hell? What was her name? It was in the whole episode, you say?
Yeah, it was in like the whole entire episode.
They kept saying her name?
No. It was on the bracket behind them, like the whole episode. I was like, who the hell is that? What is that?
Oh, that's amazing. I couldn't even tell you the dojo she was from. That'd be a good one, too. I can't even tell you the dojo she came from. That'd be a good one. I would say Angela, Amber or Angela or something like that.
Well, they had last names on the back, so you would have had to know her last name. I don't know her actual
Lipinski. I'm going to say Angela Lipinski.
No. I'll tell you, because it's Krupa. Krupa.
Krupa. Got me on one. That's a deep dive right there. The name on a bracket in the background. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get him on a name. He might be paying attention. Then I forgot I was going to get both girls' names, but I didn't. I was like, oh, I needed to. If you got that one, I was going to pull the other one. But good thing I got you on that one. Let's go.
There it is. Out the door. Got it. Oh, all in all, what are you thinking? How do you like this season compared to some of the past ones?
It was good. It had some of the best episodes in like the whole thing. But yeah, it was good. I like the conjoining of things. Also, what color were the belt holder things on the back of the Miyagi-Do's thing? They have these, okay, their belts on the back. They had a different color that did not match their dojo on the back, but I don't know why only Miyagi's had it.
I would say yellow. I don't know. I didn't notice that one either.
They were red, and I was like, do those mean that it was like part of, like, it was, I only noticed it on Hawk and Sam. And I was like, are those like showing that they both are kind of representing Eagle Fang as well because they were red? I was like, I don't know. Why are they the only ones with something on the back? And I was like, I need to go back and look at the other people to see if they had it on too. I don't know. But they had this little red loopy thing in the back.
I mean, that's going crazy. Like, okay, how many buttons was on Amanda's shirt when she was in there talking to Tori in the back?
Dude, I had a bunch of questions. I was just going to keep asking you until you didn't know one of them. How many necklaces was Amanda wearing?
Feel it.
She was wearing 2.
Ooh,
what was on her earrings? No, I don't. I didn't know what it was. I kept looking at them like, what are those? I'm going to ask what that thing is.
Oh, he said they were on sale. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I think this had some of the great, I mean, there's been great episodes every season, but I love this season. I thought it was, I didn't even think there was too many filler episodes. Like, I thought it was pretty solid all the way through. A to Z, 1 to 10. I'm absolutely loving it and cannot wait for season 5. Any last predictions before we're out the door?
My last prediction is that the show is going to suck if they go any further past 5.
They got to wrap it up.
Maybe even will suck next season. I don't know.
No way. It's so solid. This season was so solid. Like
I
I could
know.
even see it taking a step back, and it would still be amazing. Like the writing, the acting. Anytime you have Stingray coming through, and you know he's going to be a part of next season, like they got to get that in.
Yeah, but don't you think he loses his swagger a little bit? Like feeling bad about it doesn't feel as good to get back into Cobra Kai when you had to do that to get in there.
Well, like you said, everybody needs a redemption arc. They're going to have to show it. Absolutely, and they're gonna have to show Stingrays. Dude, this was a man walking through student hallways kicking the crap out of kids. we got to bring him back around a little bit. Oh, he said, does Tori's mom die in the next season? Probably. I mean, she's already sick. They have a caretaker kind of helping out, and yeah, she's definitely gonna pass away, I would say, and that's really gonna push her towards priest.
And no. Here's the best. Okay, they resolved the Miguel thing pretty early, right? 2 episodes in. He gets back, and that's when Tori's mom dies, right? And then Tori has to go live with the LaRussos. And then Robbie lives with Johnny. And then they're constantly pissed off because they're having to go see each other's like boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff. And it's just like this big, crazy thing.
Oh, that sounds like some season 6 drama to me. that's after you jump the shark and start bringing it back to the daytime drama.
Okay. So if that happens, we'll be like, all right, you were right about you were right.
Oh, I think so, Jake. And Silver will pay for it, and she will be conflicted. Oh man, Silver's gonna pay for the mom's. Silver's gonna pay for the mom's like funeral and everything, and then Tori's gonna be all conflicted. Like, I need the money, but I hate you. Like, that'd be an interesting situation.
Right.
That'd be crazy. Oh, I'm pumped. I'm all in. I can't wait to see it, man. This has been a hell of a ride, and I am all in for it, man. Loving the Cobra Kai. This is one of my favorite series.
Right. It's good.
Writing, acting, characters, everything about it. So that's going to do it for us. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. And until we see you next time, be easy, everybody.